You lie awake in bed one night, hoping for the morning to come. That's when you hear something. Something tapping on your bedroom window. Now, at first, you assume the sound to just be that of a tree branch hitting against the window. But as time goes by and the noise becomes louder and louder, you begin to expect the worst. It starts becoming louder and louder, and by this time it sounds like someone banging on the window with all their force. Almost as if they're trying to get your attention. At this point you were certain that it couldn't be a tree branch, and yet you still couldn't bring yourself to remove your body from the warm silk sheets that you lay beneath. Perhaps not the smartest decision, but surely whoever lied behind the window would have to go sometime or another, wouldn't they? You certainly hope so, anyway. That's when the thing behind the curtains starts slowly tapping on the window. At first, it seems as though it's trying to play a little tune, but you can't for the life of you put a name to it. It certainly doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard before. You try your best to ignore it, but in doing so you seem to aggravate the person even more. At this point you were even beginning to question whether this thing truly was human, or if perhaps there was the slightest chance that this thing may be something else. Something much more sinister. You twist your body around in an attempt to get a look, but something stops you from turning all the way. Try as you might, you cannot bear to look at the curtains. In the corner of your eye, you can see a small shadow forming on the wall of your bedroom. You couldn't be too sure, but you were sure it at least looked like the hand and arm of a human being. There was something definitely off about this whole thing, however, as the fingernails, though you could only just see them through the shadow, were clearly very sharp. Sharper than any human nail could be, and the arm looked very skinny, almost skeleton-like in its appearance. You trembled with fear as you saw the fingers form into a pointing motion as it began tapping gently along the glass window. You had to turn around and confront this unruly guest. It was now or never, but you still did not yet have enough courage to look at the curtains. Whatever was hiding behind those silk-gray curtains must have been getting impatient too, as at that very moment you heard the unmistakable sound of your bedroom window clicking open. A cold breeze entered the room as you heard the curtains draw open. Not even 2 seconds had gone by as the curtains were opened up to their full capacity. The entire bed becomes engulfed in a huge shadow. You held your breath, and oddly the creature did not seem to have the need to breathe. It didn't climb into the bedroom with you, thankfully. It just stood there, staring at you from outside the bedroom window. You finally have enough, and decide to tempt fate by turning around to face the now fully open curtains. You had no idea what to do when confronting this aforementioned creature. I mean, what were you going to do, really? Yell at the creature? Try to whack it with the baseball bat you kept well hidden underneath the bed? You didn't have time to dwell on those questions, as you'd already turned around completely and brought your face to meet with that of the creature. You wish you'd never done that. The creature had the giant smile which reached from ear to ear. Though the smile may appear friendly to most, to you it gave off this uncomfortable vibe. And you could see clearly that there was malice hidden in it. The hair was gray and silky, akin to that of a spider web. The face, meanwhile, was human-like, but it still looked very feral. Though the hair was old and gray, the face looked young and remarkably well kept. Surprisingly, the creature also wore clothes, as it appeared to be wearing an old bathrobe which was covered in dust and soot. What scared you the most was the fact that this creature did not say a word. It did not blink. It did not attempt to scare you into hiding yourself underneath the covers. That by far was the worst part. It just stared at you. The creature didn't even try and strike at you with one of its fatal claws. At that very moment, you debate on quickly reaching under your bed and grabbing the baseball bat in order to attack the creature. But as the creature's smile grew larger and larger, you could not bear to look upon it any longer. You do not hide underneath the sheets. You did not run out of the bedroom window and out through the front door. What was the use in that? Any attempt to escape would surely result in that creature chasing you down and killing you, or perhaps maybe even worse. No, instead you hide your face inside your arms and crouch down on the bed and crawl into a small makeshift ball. You then hear the creature climbing out of the window and onto the hard wooden floor of the bedroom. That's when you feel it. The creature had began rubbing your back in a gentle caress with its large purple hand. There was nothing left to do now. All you could do was sit there quietly and pray. Until the creature, hopefully, goes away.